From Cornwall to Birmingham and Johnston and Bexhill, here's Ruben Spire on the radio.
Hello to Cecile A. Hey,
Hello.
how are you today?
I'm very fine. Thank you so much.
Thank you for letting me chat to you again today. So, can you tell me, how long have you been a singer-songwriter for?
Say again, sorry.
How long have you been a singer-songwriter for?
Oh yeah, not so long actually, because I have been on stage for several years now, but with gospel music more, like in churches, or with a jazz band. So it was not my own words, actually. It was singing others people's songs. And I started to write during the COVID time because I had plenty time actually, and that was quite a hard moment for me actually, all alone, with no shows anymore, and I tore a lot actually. So I started to write, like I would say, like not even 5 years ago, even though I've always been writing, but keeping it for me in my own small book, and well, now I just it was the good moment for me to show to the world all those songs that I had.
So, what was it like going to the recording studio to produce your first single, your debut single?
Yeah, so it was the same studio. The album was recorded in the same studio, actually. And there are 10 songs. Most of them are in English, and a few of them are in French, because as you can listen to me, you just there's no doubt I'm French, right, with my accent. But I tend now to write, because I'm working on my second album now, right?
Wow.
Now. Yeah. And I think the second album will be like with more French songs, actually, because that's funny. When I want to talk about, when I speak about love, I do it in French. And all the other themes that I want to write about comes more in English. So that's funny. But the second album will be more love songs, so most in French.
That'd be good. So, can you tell me your debut single that you released called New World?
Hope. Yeah, that's it.
But can you tell me the debut single that you released called New World?
Yeah, the first single. Yeah, New World, because that's the main theme of the album, Hope. I wanted to talk about our nature as human, and our link to nature, and hope is, for me, really important in this world. It's something, hope is something between shadows and lights. And I wanted to talk about that. What is in between shadow and lights? And for me, that's hope. And hope is really important for every human that we are, especially now that we are facing times where nature and our human nature is being destroyed more and more. So I would say that's the theme of the album, the main theme. And as you can see, I chose flowers to surround me, because yeah, nature is really important for me. And I think it's time for us to choose nature and to preserve nature. That's really important, yeah, for me.
So, can you tell me more about the single that you released called Lost?
Yeah, Lost is more a love song, I would say. So it's more intimate. It's about a loss. It's about being sad. forgetting too, about forgetting. So that's all. That's not much to say about that. That's more the shadow part of me.
So, can you tell me the more the French songs that you released from your debut album called Hope?
Yeah, it's Envie. So that's the third song in the album, Envie. It means alive, but there's it can, in French it can be too I'm eager to. That's the same word, envie. I'm eager to do something, or alive. That's the same word, in fact, in French. So that's like a game with a word. And it's called it's dealing about love too, and dealing about the fact that when you love somebody, you just feel alive, and that's so precious. Oh my God.
So, can you tell me what other tracks are on your debut album called Hope?
Yeah, so we've got 10 tracks. We've got a song in French that you can hear right now. It's croire, to believe, in French. We've got Wake Up. We've got Nénuphar, another French song. We've got Call My Name, a song that is more dealing with God. We've got Escape, and we've got The Road. 10 I'll show you. Yeah, but it's in reverse. 10 songs. That's the first album. 10 is already a good amount of songs.
So, what was it like producing your debut album?
Wow, it was a lot of work. It was, I'm so proud now that I'm done with it, but it's a lot of work, and that's a lot of joy, and that's a lot of tears too, because the process of writing all those songs were not as easy as I could think about it at first. It means you have, well, that's my experiment of that, but you have to go deeper and deeper into you to be able to write, I would say, authentic lyrics and authentic music, and I chose to do that. It means that, for example, when I wrote Lost, one of the single of the album, it was like during the night in my place, in my house, and I was like crying all night long, and I cried for I can say like 2 or 3 days writing the songs. So well, that was a hard process, but for the more luminous songs, that was more easy, of course. But yeah, that's a thing. I mean, wow, that's really something. It's like, I don't know, making a movie or writing a book, or that's a big thing for me.
So, are you planning to do any gigs supporting your album release?
Yeah, sure. Yeah. I love being on stage. That's really the thing that I love most, because recording music, that's really nice, but I like really to share my music live. That's the best part for me. So I got several gigs coming in France, with one big show in a festival in Brittany, where I would be in the first. I will play before Louane. Louane is a really famous French singer. I don't know if you know her, probably not.
That doesn't ring a bell.
yeah, but she's really famous here, so that's good for me. And I found people to help me to commercialize, I would say, the album. So that's new, but I found people that will be able to spread the good news of my album coming. So I'm glad. Yeah.
So have we got any plans to maybe tour Europe or UK maybe?
Yeah, I would love to go to the UK. And first of all, I would like to know how my music and my lyrics are heard, because I'm French, you know? So that's the first thing. But I had a lot of people in the US and in the UK who are just now listening to my music. So that's a good news. That's good for me, because it means it speaks to people, even if I'm French. Yeah, but it's true that my music culture is American and English after all. So
That's good. So you tell me you're going to be working on a new album soon. So can you tell me more about that?
yeah, well, in fact, I'd like to yeah, I'm in the process of writing new songs right now, so I can't tell you a lot of more about it, but I would say that it will be more a love theme album, and that maybe you'll be able to hear it in like 2 years, or or at least, yeah, 2 years. That would be good, because that's a long process, I tell you. But maybe it will be quicker, but I don't know, who knows.
Who knows? Work in progress.
Yeah.
So can you tell me how's it being independent artist for you?
Wow. It means being free, without any pressure. It means a lot of work too, but I think I need to be free. Really, that's important, because that's a process, writing, and I see my career on several years, you know, not just for only one single or one album. So being independent means that I can go at my own pace, and that's important. But the problem is that I'm a bit like tired all the time, because I work a lot. But it is worth working like that. And probably I would maybe in 3 years for the second album, I won't be an independent artist anymore, because you need people with you to make you grow. I mean, that's so important.
Just, I guess if you're independent, you can like do your own path in your career, isn't it?
Yeah, sure. When I want to create, I just have to, you know, to be in a state of like a dreamy kind of state, and most of the time that's not real life. I mean, so my mind has got to be free about all the phone calls that I have to, and all the emails I've got to write. So yeah, sometimes it's a bit like, ooh, but well.
And then on the other hand, if you're signed, you've got to do what they want you to do, I guess. So it's one of them, really, isn't it?
Yeah, and I'm certain, even if you were signed and you've got a lot of people working for you, I think that's your own creation, and you are your own master. And I want to stay in that way, really, really.
So, what gets your inspiration for writing music?
Ooh, a lot. I would say paintings. I love the Italian paintings. Botticelli, Raphael, all those big names, you know, that you can see in Roma or in Florentia, or so I love that, really. Of course, nature is the first inspiration for me. Just walking in a by the sea, for example, or or just feeling wind on your face. Sometimes that's enough for inspiration. Or just catching a smile of somebody in front of you in a street. Well, that everything, in fact, can be a source of inspiration for me, but I gotta be open to it. That's the thing. Sometimes I'm not open to inspiration. It means my head is, I don't know, I've got stuff in my head that I can't be inspired at that moment particularly. But sometimes I'm just more free and observing things around me in a more accurate way, and that's when inspiration comes, in fact.
So, do you have any plans to write with other artists?
Yes, sure, I'd like to, but first, well, the big thing is being able to speak for myself before going and see other people. I got to find myself first in an artistic way, really, to have my own signature, I would say, artistic signature, before trying to play with other people. I mean, I need that for the moment. Yeah. So yes, of course, I'd like to, but for the moment, I've got enough things to say to collaborate in the lyrics field, for example. But of course, I've got musicians around me all the time. So I play with a lot of different people. And for the live of the album, I play with a pianist, Nicolas Martin. He's got a French name. Oh my God, Nicolas Martin. And so he's really good. He's so good. He inspires me too, and that's a kind of collaboration, and it feeds me a lot.
So, finally, can you tell my listeners where can I find you on your social media?
Yeah, you can go on Instagram, Facebook. It's Cecile A Music. That's the name, Cecile A Music. You will find all the news, all the live shows coming, and everything. Yeah.
Thank you for letting me chat to you.
Thank you.
Enjoy the rest of your day.
Yeah.
Goodbye.
Goodbye. Bye-bye.
Bye. Bye.